Ladies and gentlemen, we have a project. This one goes out to Brown Ranch Customs for giving me the idea and telling me I had to do this. So, came up a little while ago a YouTube video of some friends putting an LED in their CB mic. And here I've got a nice quality Uniden mic that I paid like $1 for. I bought a CB at a swap meet for $5, and with it came this nice, real nice mic, and it works, but not great. So, you know what? What's the harm in putting a nice little LED in there to match the power light on my plug? The power light on the plug for this radio is blue, and I might eventually swap it out and put a green one in there. But another radio I have has a green light, so you know it all works out in the end. So we're gonna tear into this after that awkward introduction. And first, grabbing the screwdriver here. That's way too big, but I don't want to go all the way across the shop. But I'm gonna have to go get a good one. It wasn't as far as I thought. Okay, so I have to apologize in advance. I don't know if it's coming up on the camera. Oops. But the roll-up door behind me is squeaking and moaning pretty bad. I don't know how hard the wind's blowing out there, but I just watched a tumbleweed covered in snow doing about $1.20 across the yard. So the sound quality is not going to be great. It appears that this screw is stripped, and the head anyway. This isn't the first time I've been in this mic. I actually had to do a whole bunch of work to it. Some connections were broke, and that was fun. I became an expert in radio repair pretty quickly with this radio. But it's a nice, good radio, and I love it. I really do. It's an old Cobra 77X, and we may put it in this video to go along with it. In fact, we'll test it. But you know, anybody that knows anything about these radios, the Cobra 77X was made back in the 70s. Of course, at that time it was hot stuff. I've actually seen the commercial for it. You can dig around on YouTube and find it. It is the original commercial. Of course, it's in Japanese or Chinese. I think that radio is made in Taiwan, so I don't know. But it's at a dojo, and you got these karate guys. They're all, you know, and they wah, and then there's the radio. And of course, everybody's like, you know. Of course, it's all about punch. That was their thing. Was the Federal Communications people that regulate all that put a damper on the whole, you know, transistor or however that works, but their big thing was punch. That radio was big on punch, and that's the deal. I've got the manual for it and everything, but it really was a nice radio, and I love it. But this mic is not quality. So what we need to do is hack into. We don't want to go off the switch here, because if we go off the switch to the mic, then we will get a light only when we push the button. So you push the button, the light will come on. What we want is the light to be on until we push the button. So we're going to go down in here and look at all these beautiful electronics here. And what's the positive? I'm not really sure. I don't have it hooked up to anything to test the polaritiness here. I would go out on a limb and say this is positive based on the location and the coloring, but we also got a yellow here and a black and a white, so this is obviously our ground. That is from the microphone and from the switch. Okay, so this is that's the ground. Okay, so we can solder to that one, No, we're going to want to solder to this one. We're going to want to put our LED somewhere in these three so that when we push the button, it comes on. Positive here from the mic to the mic is yellow, so that's coming. So these two here, this is what we're going to want to do. We're going to want to hook here, and actually I can tell, of course I don't have the right screwdriver to, I don't know if I'm in, oh yeah, okay. So what we're going to do is I need to get my proper screwdriver to do this, my little micro one, so I can actually tell here. Or I can just plug it into the radio and turn the radio on and see what goes where. Okay, we'll do that instead. Okay, so I apologize for the quality here, but this is the Cobra. And yeah, the light's not great right now. But the battery's not doing well on this camera. Anyway, so I don't have the antenna or anything hooked up right now because I am in an enclosed building and I don't have an antenna on this truck right now. So the one I do have hooked up and everything is, ooh, that's cold. Sticking one. Oh, these are deformed. Okay. So the one I do have hooked up right now is in the Dodge, but I don't have the keys for the Dodge, and the yeah, that light doesn't come on unless you have the key in the thing, you know. So but I do have the keys for this truck because I just did a little bit of a service on it. I had to put some oil in it. There's that's explained kind of better. Yeah. So what we're gonna do here is turn the radio on, and of course it doesn't. Oh, there it goes. And alright, we don't have radio right now. So what we're gonna do, let's try to find which one of these is positive. And negative, of course. Whoa, that scared me. That's a little bit strange. I think that was the radio. I may have just exploded my radio. That wasn't good. Okay, so this is the positive, and one of those is negative. So now if we look at the mic here, okay, alright, that's not actually what I wanted to do. So let's see here, actually do that, and now I can test it in the mic. Alright, let's see here. Again, the lighting's not great for the camera, but it's great for me right now, so I apologize. Okay, so negative is here, and is this one full time all the time? Positive? Yes, it is. Okay. But this one should only be when you push the button. Or not. But anyway, I can tap into that one there, hook my LED up, and do everything the way it's supposed to be. Well, I may actually run a wire from that switch down, or not. Alright, so I'll have to think about this for a minute. But that's going to be the extent of that. Okay, so lots of things have escalated. It's been so long I don't even remember what I said last. Gone ahead and I drilled the hole and I started the solder, but it seems I don't have the solder in here. So this is not the right solder, this is plumbing solder. But we're gonna do a test and see if you can electrically solder with it. And you can. And it works. Oh yeah, oh that's good. Burn the paint off. Oh yeah. That's totally OSHA approved. Okay, so now that that's over with, we got this here. This is our LED. Now, I've already gone ahead and I've drilled the hole in the mic and figured out what I'm going to do there. I now need to solder a wire on there that I have. Where did I have it? What did I do with it? Huh. Oh, here it is. Crikey. Okay. So now, this is an old AV cable that one of the dogs got a hold of without us realizing it. And what we're going to do... Alright. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to strip this back, and we're actually going to use a little wire inside, and I don't know how much I'm going to need, so we're going to trim off quite a bit. This is the right amount, but I've made the mistake of pulling too hard. We're going to take these pliers. We're just going to grab. Oh, good, and break those. Awesome. Oh, this is just going great. This is boring. Alright, so here's what's going on. I'm sorry there's been a long pause. Of course, it's a split second for you, but for me, it's been quite a while. You can see here, whoa, I got my wiring done. The ground connection, which is right here, I ended up just going into the wire. I built some extensions. Let me see if I can get closer. Okay. I built some extensions that go from the LED around up to the various areas. I ended up, it's too small to solder in there. I've had some issues with my soldering iron and soldering. Yeah, anyway. So I ended up just making the connection and then super gluing around it. Now I know this isn't the best, but it's in there, it's an enclosed, it's a tight area, and now should I ever have any problems, I'll see smoke first of the glue burning, and that'll give me a good warning sign. So I'm going to button this all up, and then we'll go stick it in the truck and do a test. So sit there. Yeah, just like that. We will kind of nestle everything back in here where it won't get in the way. And I did have to make a bit of a modification here, and I need to finish that. Let's see if I can't kind of work off some of this here. This was just a little bit of a stabilizer kind of thing, and I think it'll be fine. So it kind of keeps stuff straight in there, and I really need to take off some more of that. There we go. Ah. Now, there. Now, I know that looks butchered. Come on. Okay, so I know that looks butchered, but that's only because it is. So now, oh hey, I need the button. Let's see if this button's going to go in here without interfering with anything. There we go. Now we'll just put that in there. There, that's good. Yeah. Okay. Oh, hey, look. That's just great. Okay. So if it catches on fire, we'll know. I'll just go back and resolder everything with the solder that I was missing that I just found. Awesome. Wow. It's amazing how that kind of stuff happens. I just gotta put this video up now. Okay. It is extremely cold. My hands are shaking because my shop doesn't have a heater in it yet. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so here we go. There's the LED, you can see there, and that looks really well. It came out really well. Okay, so now, we'll go over here to the truck, plug it in, and do a final test. I didn't realize I left the door open. Okay, now we'll turn this off. Plug it in. Now, when I'm driving this truck, I like the radio to be down in the seat because it's removable that way. And I generally have the mic up here. So this is kind of awkward, I know. Let's see if we can... I didn't realize those lights were on. Yes, let's see. So if we turn the radio on, look at there. Wow, that's really not coming up well on the GoPro. But yeah, that's nice. Now, cue the mic. It kind of goes off. Huh. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Excellent. You know, that's really not that bad. It looks kind of good. I wouldn't recommend doing this with your, and now you turn the radio off. The light goes off. So I wouldn't recommend doing this with like your a static or Turner nice quality mic. But for this little mic that I paid $2 for, you know what? Can't really be beat. Once again, big shout out to Brown Ranch Customs channel. Go check it out. If you're not subscribed, I recommend it. It's a quality channel run by a quality guy. So thanks for giving me this idea and asking me to do it. I'm out.